So, okay, so I owe you all a puke story. So here's here's what happened about said puke story. Not last night, but the night before, we were at the end of the stream. I was pretty much done with all the content. I was just taking it easy. It was chilling. It was nice and cool, and you know, just taking my time. It wasn't no rush. And then we were a little overtime anyway, and I was going to. I was basically just going to get into the this, you know, when I do this thing that I'm doing right now, and just do a quick recap, make any sort of extra announcements that I need to make usually as I usually do to end a stream. And the way that my house is, okay, so I've got these two lights kind of right here, and if I get in the way, you can see the shadows, right? So I got a light here in here, and that's what keeps me lit. And then I'm in this big room that I know you can't see, but there's like a wall right behind me that's got a green screen on it, and stairs are right here. I'm like in our family loft. So there's stairs right here, and then if I look directly past my computer that way, there is a hallway, and then the kids' bedrooms in through there. So the cool thing is I can just like glance around here and see what they're doing if they're getting out of bed or anything late at night. Well, we get to that part of the stream, and I turn around and I look, and I've got a child, one of my oldest, who is about 8 years old, 7 years old now, thereabouts, 7 or 8. Boy, she's gonna kill me if I don't remember that. But she's standing right there in the hallway, right in front of the bathroom, and she's got nothing on, and she's crying. And I'm like, well, okay, you know, every now and then that happens. You know, they get hot in bed, so they just take all their stuff off, and then they're standing there. And she's probably had a bad dream or something. If I can do that, like a quick ending, I can go tuck her back in bed. Everything will be cool. So, but she won't go away for some reason, and I think, well, let me kill the sound real quick. Let me tell her, hey, it's cool. And just hang out there for a minute. I'll get in this and I'll come. Well, while I'm doing this with the ear thing, she goes, I puked. I'm like, oh man. Okay, so I now have to deal with this puke issue. How bad is the puke issue? Is the first question. Is it? Can I finish my stream? I'm a bad dad. Can I just have 3 minutes to finish this? Apparently not. It was bad, and you know, I felt sorry for her. You know what? I'm gonna be a responsible dad. I'm gonna kill the stream. I'm gonna kill the stream, and I'm gonna go deal with a puke issue. Well, right then, freaking OBS, as OBS does, crashes on me. I'm like, great. Dang, I'm really gonna have to probably think about crashing this, you know, fixing this OBS. Well, you know what? I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm done. There's nothing else I can do. So I said to Chat, okay, Chat, I can't be there. I'm just going to call it. Y'all have a good night. I'm going to go deal with some puke. And then it left you to speculate for 2 days. Well, in the meanwhile, I go down the hallway, and I look, and she had puked all in her hair. Dude, okay, there was puke everywhere. It was everywhere. She had puked all up in her shirt and had pulled it up over her head, so that got it all in her hair. And then she just dumped it on the floor. So it was all up in the hallway. She had puked all over the carpet in her room. She puked in her bed on a brand new comforter that her grandmother bought her. That is dry clean only. Yes, Father of the Year. It was freaking terrible. So I go downstairs. I'm like, Gran, I gotta wake up the wife. She's not gonna be happy about this. Yeah, vote Sakari, best dad ever, the puke dad. So I go down and I'm like, okay, I wake up the wife. So hey. And she goes, and you know, she wakes up. She goes, what's wrong? So I'm like, it's okay. I just gotta tell you that the door, and she thinks I'm like trying to hold her out of bed. So she's pulling the covers up over it. So I yanked them off her. I'm like, we have an emergency. So I tell her, okay, so we have a child that puked. It's everywhere. I need your help. So she comes to it very quickly. So we come hauling upstairs, and the next hour and a half, it was probably 3 in the morning or 3:30 before we got to where we were decently on. And I had to get the child in the tub. So I get her in the tub. You know, she's feeling a little better now that it's out of her system. Get her in the tub. You know, she doesn't wash. She doesn't use soap. She just gets in the tub, hangs out there for a while, gets the puke out of her hair with the water, and then gets out. And I'm like, no, you get back in that water. You are not. You killed my stream, child. So anyway, we got her clean. We got I had to bust out the carpet cleaner and actually wet vac the place and wet vac half her room, and we had to change out all the sheets. And then we made her a bed down in our room, and that was the night. So I have had two streams now. One stream has been destroyed by a child with puke everywhere, and another stream has been wife aggroed to death already. So I have come to a realization as a result of these things. I'm a husband and a father, and I need you all to realize that I'm a husband and a father, and a lot of times things just don't go my way. I don't have a choice. They won't give me a choice. It's sometimes my family is just gonna kill the stream. So if you will always be patient with me, I promise I will try my best not to be such a deadbeat dad. Anyway, so that is the Puke story. I have now officially put that out there. I'm going to make a highlight out of it so that anyone who was hanging out in the stream can actually go back and watch it. In fact, what I may do is even make a friggin' YouTube video out of it. So, the Puke story. Okay, moving right along with stream content.